escaping the pit of endless consumption. That's what we're going to talk about today. This is going to be brief, and it's going to be mostly about taking the leap from consumer to creator. This has been something I've been trying to help people do for the last 8 months now, and I've been making an app for 6 of those 8 months. No, wait, actually all 8 of those 8 months. And I've been logging it here, I've been logging it on TikTok, I've been logging it wherever else where people probably need to hear it. If they want to get off the app, they can. Now, the whole point of taking this leap or getting out of an endless pit of consumption is not just because you feel bad about it. I'm not here to condemn you, and I'm not here to tell you that you suck. What I'm here to tell you is that you have a choice, and you are in control of your own story. My friend Josh told me and made me realize that, hey, we are the main characters of our own stories. We can be the protagonist that defeats the dragon. And that dragon could be whatever it may be for you. It's going to differ for everybody. But it starts with a leap or a climb out of the pit of endless consumption. Now, I've illustrated this over here so you can see this is how you take the leap from consumer to creator. So first, you're probably going to think you can't make this 1.5 foot gap. You can. You're like 5 feet tall, assumingly, and 1.5 feet of a jump is not that much. But endless consumption, it has a pull to it. It has a pull into the pit. So most of us, myself included, have fallen into this pit many times, even when our intention was not to. It was to go to this expansive creation with endless fulfillment state. Because when you create stuff, whatever it may be, maybe it's just a new pathway in your brain, an experience that is off your phone in real life, or maybe it's something tangible like a book or a video, or maybe you just logged in your own journal. When you create things in general, anything that's not mindless consuming is going to be creation based. It's more fulfilling, it feels better. You go in the direction you probably are more likely to enjoy in the future, and even in the now, when you feel the rewards coming in or the feedback loop completes and you realize that this thing you just did that was hard was actually really good for you. And it becomes less hard when you realize that. But the whole point of this video is not to make you feel bad. I'm not trying to say you're not on the right track. I'm just trying to tell you that you have a choice. You can be the protagonist of your story if you want to. Now, I also posted this yesterday, but I think the most important purpose or point of taking this leap is to be curious. If you are curious, you are going to have way higher chances of getting across this gap. Because if you're curious and you allow yourself to be bored and you're not overstimulated, your default action becomes one of creation rather than consumption. And soon enough, this source of dopamine, which is much sweeter and fulfilling, will take over your life instead of the endless scrolling. Now, maybe you want to scroll sometimes. That's okay. Maybe you want to watch Netflix sometimes. That's okay. But in the grand scheme of things, the majority of your actions, if you create more than you consume, your life's probably going to be more enjoyable. And that's not a certain thing, but it's pretty likely. So I'm putting that out there, that you can take the leap from consumer to creator if you want to. Now, you don't have to, but you can. And the first step to doing this is just to be curious. Curious enough to ask what you want out of your life, and then curious enough to do what the main character would do in your shoes. Because now that you realize, you are the main character. Anyways, this was kind of a rant. I'm making an app to get you off of all the apps and tangent scrolling, but most importantly, to revive curiosity. If you want to check that out, it's linked down in the description. I'm also writing a book. I wrote a book. There's a link down there too, if you want to check them out, but you don't have to. However, I would say that meditating, reading, and simply going on walks outside are probably the most 3 OP habits to kickstart your curiosity. So there's some brain food for you. I hope you guys have a great day. Love yourself, encourage others, create cool shit. I love you too. Peace.